What's up, Raider Nation? We're here at the Steelers Stadium. We got
What up?
Raider Joe. We got Raider Mike now in the house.
Yeah, Raider Mike.
Saying what's up. We are live. We're at a big mega tailgate for the Steelers Nation. But you know how the Raider fans do it. We don't give a shit. We keep coming no matter what. So we're gonna have a good game, hopefully. Steeler John is back here, kissing somebody's butt, and we're ready. What do you say, Joe? You ready?
We're ready to go, man. It's almost go time.
It's almost go time. All right, we'll move back to you in the stadium. Peace out. So here we are inside enemy territory at the Steelers Stadium. Say hello to the bad guys. Well, so far the stadium looks all right. Most of these fans are afraid of us, so we ain't tripping. So we're gonna have a good game. Here we go, Steelers! Kind of a weak presence, not really that excited with fans. But this is the stadium. That's what it looks like. It's kind of cool. We got some good stuff. Obviously, Raiders Stadium is way better. Way better. But we're out here. SoCal, ready to report. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Yeah!
That's how you snap a fourth down play, baby.
First down!
Let's go, DC!
Oh, let's go, man.
Baby!
Last week against Lamar Jackson, 3rd and 10. Roethlisberger forced out, keeps it downfield, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mullen, and he's still running. Mullen into Pittsburg territory and out of bounds. Raiders trying to get on the board. 46-yarder is good. Roethlisberger flushed out, steps up, throws, nobody home. In the direction of Claypool. 2nd down and 6 here for the Raiders. They handle the rush initially. Carr's going to tuck and run. Oh, free shot for Robert Spillane. The flags come down.
15-yard pull to add to the run. First down.
It's a 33-yard attempt from Carlson. Daniel Carlson splits the upright. Roethlisberger, keep it. Juju Smith. 41-yarder. He nails it. Shotgun. Carr. Lofts it. Touchdown. 3rd down and 10. Roethlisberger hits this man, and it's Najee Harris diving. Nice to try to get him down in the backfield. 3rd down and 10. Airing it out. Carr. It is caught. Henry Ruggs is gone. Touchdown, Raiders. Hits a pass underneath. Fryermuth battling. Could not get to the line. 3:52 to go. Roethlisberger. Under 3 minutes to go. Carr in the air. He's got Darren Waller. 1st down. Carlson knocks it through. Las Vegas with a 26-7.
Run it. Look, we got one timeout, bro.
Well, here we are. SoCal Ready Report crew.
They felt our presence, bro. They felt our presence.
They felt the nation's crew. Bring in Steeler. Where's Steeler John? He's over there on the side looking real mad. Bring in Steeler John. Bring him in. Come on over here. Come here. He's not feeling it. Everybody's leaving. Grandma, middle fingers up. Can you do it one more time? still gonna talk?
How about those Raiders?
I like that big man. The big man. The big man.
What's up,
Cal, baby?
This one was behind still, but they must have caught up.
No, well, they start at 4 o'clock our time over here. It was the 4 o'clock game.
So what do you say about that game, fellas?
Good game. Good game. Good win. Big win. Big win. I called it. It's 2-0.
We should call it.
Now it's about poise and control, baby.
Can't have a letdown next week against Miami.
You cannot get too high now. You got to move on.
Recovering.
Yeah, you got to move on. We're playing Miami next week.
We're worried about Leatherwood a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with him. We'll figure it out. Post-game press conference.
Just win, baby.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
Two. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the SoCal Raider Report. What a freaking great weekend it was up in Pittsburg, y'all. Wow. The good news is we made it back, and now we are ready for week 3. We've got all the guys here except I want to introduce a new guy right off the bat. He was there on the trip with us and did a great job. I want to introduce Raider Mike. Come on in, Raider Mike. Say what's up.
Hey, what's up, fam? It was a pleasure kicking it with y'all, and this is a really cool deal being here on this podcast. So
Cool, man. And it looks like you have a sweet setup back there in your backyard. Hopefully you're going to host us for a game soon. And
actually, yeah, I do have the ticket, and I do have a pool and a jacuzzi. So it's on.
All right. Sounds good. Now let's take it to the guy who took it on the chin the most this weekend. Let's take it over to Riverside to our man, Reasonable John.
Unfortunately, I had to endure a long, horrible trip to Pittsburgh with some really. Luckily, I defended you guys quite a bit there, saved your lives a few times, but it was actually a great trip. I mean, you can't go to a game expecting them to win. It was a great environment. I thought one of the most impressive things, I was really worried that the Steelers fans were going to be jerks just because I know Pennsylvania people. And the reality was they were really welcoming. We went to an awesome tailgate. We didn't win the game, but hey, if we meet in the playoffs, I'd rather face a team we lost to once than a team that we beat. And it gives you a little bit of advantage. You've got to have that hunger when you go out there. So it sucked. It really sucked. But it's okay. It's going to be better.
I want to say I like your Hawaiian shirt. I guess maybe you're saying aloha to your season, so that's cool. I'll be here all night. Let's take it to parts unknown to Junior. Where are you at, Junior? Raider Joe Jr.
I'm in Whidbey Island, Washington right now. Just chilling, watching the football game. Probably gonna go to a casino to watch the one on Sunday this week.
Okay, cool.
Nothing
and
crazy.
Up on the mountain.
Yeah, Raider Joe here, just having a great week, having a great 2 weeks of the season so far. You know, I don't want to. I will reiterate a little bit what John said. It was a fun weekend, man. Win or lose, you know, it's a great setup in Pittsburgh. They have a great football scene out there. It's a great city for football, great fans, and you know, we were lucky to come out with the win. And you know, we were going a little crazy out there, but not too wild. We were just celebrating our team. Like I said last week, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna cheer my team on. If they're too immature to understand that there's fans of other teams in the stands, then there's gonna be a problem. But they were mature enough to understand that we were just cheering our team on. So it was a good day.
Yeah, and I will go ahead and reiterate what you guys said. I thought it was an absolutely wonderful weekend. I thought the fans in Pittsburgh were a lot like the fans in Green Bay. I was a little worried too. You know, Pennsylvania people tend to be tough, but they show that they have respect for people with football knowledge like us. And we didn't disrespect them, and they didn't disrespect us. I want to say thank you to the gentleman that invited us to that tailgate. John, thanks for hooking that up. That was awesome, man. It was a really cool tailgate. Man, everything was provided for us. It was right by the stadium. That was really cool. So I don't know if you keep contact with those people, John, but, man, they were really cool. They really set it up nice for us. They teed it up, and it was a great, great weekend. All right, so, hey, let's get into the game real quick. I've already, by the way, by now you've already seen all our highlights and footage from the weekend. But I just want to get to more of the game. You know, again, the trip was great and the city was fun. But what did you guys think about the Raiders' performance on Sunday? Whoever wants to take it.
I'll tell you what I thought of Raiders' performance. There's a lot of questions that we don't know. Your Raiders like to start 2-0 a lot of years in a row. And the problem is how they're going to finish out. Last year you were 2-0, didn't end up so well. But your defense got to Ben Roethlisberger a lot. However, is the offensive line of Pittsburgh, which is their biggest question mark, and where they just getting beat. So we don't know. TJ Watt going out, that really limited. You said if you got TJ Watt out of the game, I said, how do you do that? Then you got Highsmith on the other side. TJ Watt went out of the game. So the defense did amazing. Your receiver burnt Minka Fitzpatrick, who's having the worst season ever. And, I mean, what a ballsy call, what a ballsy throw by Carr. It was all like Raiders were in control of that game all day. Pittsburgh had a short lead, 7-6 or something, but the Raiders' defense was impressive. Now, the only thing I'll say is just be careful. Is the Steelers' offensive line that bad? Or are the Raiders' defense that good? And I think you're going to find out against Miami this week. Well, I already got my shirt on. I'm ready to talk about Miami in a little bit. Let's move on past Pittsburgh.
Well, hey, one thing I will say is the Raiders right now lead the league in quarterback pressures. So I know it's only 2 games in. Knock on wood if you're with me. But, hey, the truth of it is, from what we've seen so far, and I know it's a small sample size, the Raiders are putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. They're only really rushing 4 guys. But what I found is I think that the Raiders' defensive line and the additions that they added have really paid off, because the Raiders, you see them, they're not blitzing. They're not sending all these different guys. They're just pretty much sticking to rushing 4 and then everybody back in coverage. And what I see is, on the defense especially, is guys flying around. I see a lot of guys making plays. I'm seeing a lot of hits. I'm seeing a lot of gang tackles. I'm seeing a lot of old-style Raider football. So what do you guys say? What else what did you see, Raider Joe Jr.?
I saw a great performance. I saw a great performance from Derek Carr. I thought he performed, even though he put up less yards this game, I think he performed way better this week than he did on week 1. Mm-hmm. He was a lot more controlled, passed to more than just Darren Waller like he did in the first game. He just wanted to keep passing to Darren Waller. This game, he passed to whoever was open. And it paid off, man. It was a great performance. He's looking like an MVP quarterback, and if he keeps playing like this, he's going to be the MVP.
You know, what's interesting as you bring that up, Gerald Jr., that right now I saw an article that they compared Rich Gannon's MVP year to Carr's current year this year, and Carr's are ahead of him right now. I don't know, I mean, you might not have been born yet, but Raider quarterback Rich Gannon won the MVP, I believe, in 2001 or 2000, and his stats right now are pale in comparison to Carr. Raider Joe, what do you think?
You know, I thought what Raider Joe Jr. said was spot on. I think Carr played a tremendous game. I like the fact that he had 28 completions to 8 different positions. Got the young guys involved, opened up the offense. I think, you know, if you start off 2-0, we did start 2-0 last year, so we can't be too excited about that. But at the same time, this is different 2-0. We beat Baltimore, and that just beat Kansas City, and we beat Pittsburgh that beat Buffalo. So it's a different 2-0. I feel good about it. Again, this game is the one, and when I said in the very beginning, this game coming up, I predicted us to be 2-0. I thought our defense might not be the number 1 defense in the league, but it's going to be the most improved defense in the league, and that's exactly what we're showing right now.
Yeah, and you know, just to go with that is, you know, just to kind of go over it, me, you, and Raider Joe Jr. did predict that the Raiders would go 2-0. I believe Steeler John had us at 0-2. But that's neither here nor there. What about Raider Mike? I mean, this is your first time on the podcast, and again, I really enjoyed hanging with you on the trip, man. It was a great addition. What were your impressions?
Yeah. I think initially what was most notable in my mind, and we did a little snippet video after the game.
Yeah, and I did post that. You did.
Yeah, I saw it. What came, my initial impression being there at the game, not looking at replays, not looking at summarization, I thought that the defense was just impeccable, right? And I do think that the defense did a really good job. 2 sacks on Big Ben by Solomon, I think it was. I think he got both of them.
Yeah, Solomon Thomas.
We did a good job putting pressure, just a really good job putting pressure. But after I had a chance to kind of digest everything and take a look at the stats, I really think that it was a complete game for the Raiders, especially on the offense. You guys alluded to the fact that Derek Carr got more people involved than just Darren Waller. And I thought that was one of the vices from the game against Baltimore. Kept going to Waller, and the league's onto that. But just to give us some stats, there was 8 different eligible receivers, I guess, because some of them were running backs, but there were 8 different receivers that had receptions on the Raiders, and that's really, really good, and night and day from what we saw last week. So I got, and a couple stats here. I think that the offense was very high octane. Even though we couldn't really establish a running game, mostly due to Jacobs being out. But from listening to Gruden, he sounded like he was aware of that, and he really wasn't worried about establishing that run game too early. With 8 different targets on the offensive side of the ball there, I think that was enough. And 373, or something that said 380-something yards by Carr. That is 100 more than Pittsburgh has allowed in nearly 6 years. So, and that's over there in Pittsburgh. So I thought that was a testament to the Raiders' success. And I went in there honestly thinking, hey, as long as this is a good game and we can hang, we have a chance to maybe win at the end. But I never saw the Steelers. Like, I was always waiting the entire game. Okay, when are they going to come back? Yeah. When are they going to take over the ball? When are they going to go ahead? And it never happened, because we were able to establish at the very end, I think, a little bit of that running game, because they were expecting the pass, and we were able to convert and eventually kick a field goal that that was the foot on the neck right there. So I loved it. It was a blast, dude.
Cool, man. I agree with you there. I thought it was a complete game, all 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams. I mean, Daniel Carlson has been great. He hit 3 field goals. I honestly feel like those 3 field goals should have been touchdowns. There was some really bad penalties. Leatherwood we're going through growing pains with Leatherwood. Then he got hurt, and there's your nice doggy.
Yeah, but that I'll tell you, Ernie, that holding penalty on Leatherwood when they called back that touchdown, that was the worst holding call in the history of football. I don't know if you got to see the replay on it. It was a bad call. He shouldn't feel bad about that call. He should feel bad about the fact that the defender beat him, but he didn't hold him. Yeah, he got rid of the ball.
And it's funny, because on that play, that was on our side of the field. And I posted that play. You guys probably already saw it, but I posted that play, and I put it in this week's show, because I just thought, this is typical crap we go through, but I thought it was a great catch. And I really see Bryan Edwards next week. I think he's going to have a big game. And I'm not going to get into next week just yet, because I want to get into our pillaging picks, but just to put a bow on it, man, I like you guys said, I think it was a complete game. I think this is a different Raiders team. Yes, we started off 2-0 last year, but everybody knows last year our defense looked so shaky, and we barely won with any kind of real defensive presence. And I think this is a lot different, like you said, Joe. Also, let's be fair to Steeler John. They were without Joe Hayden. I believe they were out starting linebacker. What's his name? White? Is that who it is, or who's their linebacker? They were both scratches just before the game, and then of course Watt went out on the second series. And he had just strip sacked Carr. So, that's neither here nor there. But I think if we did have to match up with them again in the playoffs, it would be a cool matchup. But maybe it'll be in Allegiant Stadium.
I think we're the better. We're the better team. If we're both healthy, remember, keep in mind we didn't have Jacobs either. So injuries happen in NFL. I have no sympathy for teams with injuries. We've dealt with injuries forever since we're dealing with injuries now. We had Regine Nito out, Josh Jacobs. We had plenty of people out.
We didn't have Nick Kogowski.
Yeah.
No Kwiatkowski.
Yeah. So but you know what? NFL, like I said in the beginning of this podcast, beginning of the year and every year, the NFL, there's so much parity in the NFL that you win the game, a ball bounces your way, that's how you win. We're 2-0. We could easily be 0-2 with a blink of an eye. So good teams find a way to win. We found a way to win the first two. So.
Oh, go ahead. I'll be late.
All right. Well, hey, man, let's get into it. I know you guys got things to do. It's a busy evening this evening. Let's get into our quick pillaging picks. By the way, how did we do last week on those pillaging picks? How did you guys do on your picks? I don't know.
I lost.
Well,
the Bears beat the Bengals.
Yeah.
Sadly.
We picked John and I picked the same game, Cleveland and Houston, except he picked Houston to cover. I picked Cleveland to win by more than 14. Cleveland won by 10, so I lost that bet. John won.
Okay.
And I also had the unfortunate of the Detroit Lions supposed to cover against Green Bay, which they were doing great in the first half, and even garbage points at the end would have covered against the spread. So overall in the year, I am 2-1, but I got 3 big ones this week. But I'll let you go.
Okay, cool. And I did pick the win. I did predict that Dallas would win that game and cover the spread. So that was good. But I got some picks for this week too. I'm gonna do one. I'll go first. Mike, you didn't get to be a part of this, but here comes my wife. Here, the podcast. In a minute, we're wrapping it up. Yeah, you gotta go. Oh my God, how embarrassing! I feel like my mom just walked in.
Gonna have to edit that one out.
I'm jerking off. All right, so my pick for this week is I gotta go with the Chiefs and Chargers game, and I gotta go with the Chargers. I believe the Chargers. I don't know if they're gonna win outright, but I believe the Chargers will cover. That's gonna be a close game. The Chiefs are a little banged up, and so is everybody already. It's weird how many injuries been. But my pick this week, my pillaging pick of the week, is the Chargers to cover. What do you guys think?
All right, I think that's it can be done. I think the Chargers. I think it will be a close game. It's a division game. It's always close. So I can see that. But that's a tough one to go with. Mine for the week is I'm picking the Jets to cover 10.5 against the Broncos, and I'm telling you right now that
is that game in New York?
The game is in Denver. So I'm telling you right now that they're going to cover the spread, and I'm going to win my pillaging pick. But don't be surprised if this is an upset right here, upset of the week.
Because the Jets.
That's why the voice of reason has to jump in here and just say they're playing in Mile High. The quarterback for the Jets is probably the worst starter in the NFL, and he's going to get yanked.
Wait a minute, is that a brisket factor, or is that Ben Roethlisberger? What is that?
That's the brisket. We're gonna get to what we're cooking up here in a minute, my friend. All right. So what? I don't hate that pick, Joe. It's a lot of points in the NFL. I mean, there's some rules about double-digit points. You probably end up on the right side of winning. But that quarterback he was so good in going into the pros, and now he's struggling. But it's the Jets. They're the joke. I have 3. I have 3 ones that if you wanted to do the pillaging pick, money lock, don't pay your mortgage this month. Put it on these picks, parlay it, any which way you want to do it. The Rams.
Mortgages are high in California. Are you crazy?
Yeah, you're going to triple it up right here. The Rams is a pick'em against the Buccaneers. I think anytime old man Brady, when he used to play Ray Lewis and them back in the day in the playoffs, was that 40 years ago? that he struggled against really strong defenses like that. Now Tampa Bay can run the ball, you got Brady, but I think the Rams on defense, and you got Matthew Stafford finally getting to play on a team that's around him. I think the Rams are gonna put a little shock to the world and be the talk of the town. Green Bay +3 against San Francisco. What has San Francisco done? They struggled 2 weeks in a row, and now they got a Green Bay that has inspired catalytic converter thief Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball at him. You know, so then you have. Then you have Jacksonville, and I'm just taking Jacksonville +7.5 because it's at home. So +7.5 is basically equal to 10 in my math. You know, you're going to win by a field goal and a touchdown. I don't think Arizona will do that. So 7.5, I like that number.
Okay. Wow. Mike, would you like to make a pillaging pick?
No, I didn't prepare for it. I didn't know we were doing it.
Hey, you know what? It's okay, man. Your other stats and all your other preparation is evident. Good job. Joseph Jr., would you like to make one?
I think the Bears are going to cover the spread against the Browns.
Really? Baker Mayfield is a little banged up.
Well, Justin Fields is playing this week, so little Joe Jr. does have some insight there. He's up on it. Must have a lot of time in the Navy to be researching that stuff. Good for you, little Joe.
It's okay. Hey. I'm only working like 10, 11 days, 11-hour days. Nothing crazy.
Hey,
you probably work harder, don't you?
This is the COVID season. Hey, I don't even know Joe Jr., but I got to give him props, man. I heard the old podcast from, I think it was last week or the week before, and he picked Tua going down in the first couple weeks. I heard him say that. He's like, he's probably going to go down anyways. And then here we go with facing
the bruised rib or something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to use John's photo in the background. We're going against Brisket.
Yeah, I like it. All right, what a great segue. Also, just so we're going to get right into it. Let's get into this week's game against the Miami Dolphins, or whatever. Like you guys said, Tua is hurt. From what I understand, their offensive line is as porous as John's butthole. So, hey, I want to say this. I feel like at this point, anybody's going to come in. And I think the Raiders are going to have – I picked up the Raiders' defense in a couple leagues on fantasy, guys. So I really feel like you're going to see a lot of sacks in this game for the Raiders. But look, Miami has a good defense. There's no denying that. They have a good defense, and they probably have the best cornerback in the league in Xavier Howard, the X-Man. I wish we had him. But, yeah, man, I don't know. A lot of people are – the spread, I believe, is what, 4 points?
4 points. 4 points.
And that's a home game for the Raiders, so it's almost a pick 'em as well.
Yeah.
So there's something going on. Now the Raiders do have a lot of injuries. I don't think Jacob's going to play. He didn't practice today. Incognito is, like we talked about earlier, Joe. I believe they're going to start thinking about putting Incognito on IR because he's taking a roster spot. He's coming in on an iPhone. I don't know who that is.
Must be Mike. Mike dropped off.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, he dropped out like a couple seconds ago.
Okay. So I kind of think like there's some things going on here, but I'm interested to see what you guys also have to add to that.
Okay, well, I'll go first. For me, if you remember the beginning of the year, I predicted us 2-0, and I predicted this week is going to be a letdown game for us.
It's a trap.
It's a trap game. But after watching these two games and watching the attitude of the team, I don't see it happening anymore. I see us winning this game. That Miami is a great defensive team. Just like Carr said this week, getting all the praise, being 2-0, blah, blah, blah. Like he says, they don't hand out trophies for being 2-0. So they don't hand out any awards. So everybody's just got to chill. The Raiders know that the Miami defense coming in and they're leading the league in takeaways. I think it's going to be a battle, but I think ultimately we're going to pull away in the end, and we're coming out of this one with win.
Yeah, I just want to nitpick here, but according to our picks, I had the Dolphins game with a win for the Raiders. Joe, you said the Raiders would probably lose. Junior said win, and then John said win. So are we sticking with that, guys?
I'm changing mine to a win.
Why not? Wisely.
Good man.
What do you say, Junior? You still predicting a win here?
Yeah, there's no way out. I don't think there's 100%. They're gonna win 100%.
And I actually,
Yannick Ngakwe and Mike fucking Crosby are gonna have a field day on fucking their backup, the Brissett.
Yeah, Brissett's playing. So like I did say, two is out, which honestly, like I heard Keyshawn this morning say it's an upgrade.
Yeah, I actually think that I'd rather have play against Tua than Brissett, but Tua has a lot more experience. But at the same time, I think we still win.
You got to remember, like we think back to that horrible game last year, what a horrible loss, but we were winning until they put their backup, until they put freaking what's his name?
Fitzmagic, baby.
Fitzmagic.
That's right. Fitzmagic sent me this shirt, wanted me to remind y'all of what you threw away last year, and it tells me that brisket is a slow flavored meat that's been aging for a long time. And Tony is an amazing quarterback. It is an upgrade. He probably won't relinquish the starting job. He's found his niche. He's going to fire up that offense. That defense is going to be flying all over the field. You all celebrated too much. Probably went to the casino a little bit too much. You're right. I'm changing my pick, Joe. I was wrong the first 2 weeks. I think this is going to be the start of a long losing streak for the Raiders, and these podcasts, videos are going to get a lot more sad. But happy on my end because we're smoking it up back here with my slow-cooked brisket. I got my shirt on. I might head to Miami just to get some rays. It's not as sunny enough out here, and I'll see you guys at kickoff. I'll tell you that right now.
No, it's a little smoky. It's a little smoky like that brisket. So, What do you think, Mike?
I think that the Raiders are going to pull it off. I don't think it's going to be a landslide. The way I feel and some reports that I read was what's his nuts? Flores is going to really shift a lot on the offense. He's got to change that offensive line a little bit because of the new quarterback or the replacement, whether he's found his niche. I don't know if he found that on the bench the past 2 weeks. I don't know. But the bottom line is I feel like the Raiders have what we call down here in Riverside momentum. All right. And defense corners are really good. I get that. That's why I think it's going to be a little bit closer than some of us think. But ultimately, if the Raiders can continue to do the same type of thing, involve more than just, be more than just one-dimensional, especially with the passing game. If they get, a handful or two worth of receivers involved, I think that it's going to result in a win. And I'm thinking, I said 31-21, I'm thinking 31-24. So don't mark me. Don't mark my word, but I don't know. I'm thinking 31-24.
Yeah, I know the NFL is weird and wacky, and like I said, you never really can tell. But to me, I feel like Stadium, Allegiant Stadium, home field advantage is a true home field advantage. The Raiders have learned to live and play in Vegas, so the Strip's not a factor. The Strip's a factor for the Miami team, and I feel like the Raiders have too much. I mean, look at Derek Carr. I know he's a little banged up, but he's good to go. Full practice today, full participant. I just see it. I feel like this game should be a blowout. And I know this is not the same Raider team as last year, so I feel like we're going to get some takeaways. This game's going to get out of control, and maybe you're going to see Carr get sat down by the third quarter. That's my prediction. Carr will be sat down. You're going to see Nate Peterman coming.
Going in the first 2 weeks, I was actually more afraid of the Ravens and the Steelers defense than I am going into week 3 with the Dolphins defense.
Yeah, well, and you're right, because here's why. Their offense looks so bad. And also, by the way, remember the last time we played Jacoby Brissett, that was against the Colts with a much better team, and we beat them in an upset in Indianapolis. That was maybe 2 years ago.
But he's been back there smoking, fumigate, feeling it come in. That's what a fine.
You've been smoking.
Yeah. He's ready this week.
I've been smoking.
All right. Well, hey guys, that's a lot of fun, man. I appreciate every single one of you taking time out of your day to talk with me, chat.
Can you guys end on like a "Go Raiders"? You got like you were doing all weekend.
We say it like that all. Go Raiders.
Let me just throw it out
there all weekend. That's what I heard.
No one says that, Don.
38-17 is my prediction of the score. Okay.
What is your score, Joe?
Damn.
I got Miami 24, Raiders 20.
That's a stupid score.
I feel like the Raiders are going to score 40 points, but I could be wrong. And I don't see that offense scoring more than 20 points. I'm going to say 42.
31,
I'm going to guess
31,
it.
24.
Yeah, that's funny. I was going to say 31-21.
Yeah, you can take that one. I used that one a few days ago, but I'm going with 24 now.
All right, you guys. Hey, man. Well, we'll be texting live during the game. See what John thought. We're driving you crazy with all the texts, but we love you guys, and we love everybody out there. Thanks for watching. Please enjoy our show. Please subscribe to this channel, and please hit that like button, as they say. All right, y'all. See you guys soon.
John left.
All right, let's go. Let's see the total Raiders on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go Raiders!
Raiders!
There you go, John. There you go, John.
Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go Raiders!
Go Raiders!
No, we got to work on that.
We're gonna work on that for next time.
I didn't know that.
Or we cannot do it. You know, that's John. That's John's fantasy world. That's what he thinks we sound like.
Yeah.
It was brown and proud.
All right, later.
All right, later, guys.
Peace. Yeah.